Welcome students to my class today. In my last class, I have solved a locus. Actually, total coordinate geometry, this is concerned with locus. Every time you are actually finding some locus of point. Okay. So now today we will start also a problem with finding locus. Prove that the locus of the midpoint of the portion of the line segment made by the line this upon the coordinate axis. Okay. The equation of the given line is x cos theta plus y sin theta equals to p. That is a straight line in its normal form. And you are asked to find the midpoint of the line segment of the portion intercepted between the coordinate axes. So let us consider these two coordinate axes. Suppose this is the line having equation x cos theta plus y sin theta equals to p. This is the point A, this is the point B. Now write the point where this line meets x-axis is capital A. Now we know on x-axis y equals 0, just put y equals 0 here, you get p sec theta comma 0. P sec theta comma 0. Similarly, the point where the line meets y-axis is B. On y-axis x equals 0, put x equals 0 here, you get p y equals to 0 comma p cosec theta. Now you are asked to find the midpoint of the line segment. So let us consider midpoint P as h comma k. So write let P h comma k be the midpoint of the portion in then we have p sec theta by 2 p cosec theta by 2, which should be equals to h comma k. That implies p sec theta by 2 equals to h and p cosec theta by 2 equals to k. From this we get cos theta equals to p by 2h, and from this we get sin theta equals to p by 2k. Now we know for all real values of theta, sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. We know sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1 for all theta belongs to R. That implies substitute sin theta and cos theta here. You get p by 2k whole square, p by 2h whole square equals to 1. So simplifying, we ultimately get p square by 4k square, p square by 4h square equals to 1. That is 1 by h square plus 1 by k square equals to 4 by p square. So hence equation to the locus of the point P h comma k is 1 by x square 1 by y square equals to next question. A ray of light starts from point P1 to reflect on x-axis at A and hence passing through Q5, 3. Find coordinates of A, that is point of incidence. These are our axes. A ray comes from the point 1, 2, reflect and goes in this way. Say this is the point 1, 2, say this is 1, A is the point 1, 2. Ray comes in this way and goes in this way. This is the point of incidence. Now look, if you reflect the point A, it will be reflected at say A dash, its coordinates will be A minus 2. If point of incidence be B, then hence passing through Q5, 3. Here it passes through Q5, 3. In that case, A dash, B and Q, they will be collinear. Now, as the point of incidence B lies on x-axis, so you can consider its coordinates in the form A, 0 because its ordinate is 0, A is any real number. Now, write if we reflect point A 1, 2 in x-axis, then image will be at the point A dash within bracket 1, minus 2. Let the coordinate of the point of incidence be B, first bracket is small a, 0, A belongs to R, bracket, write down within bracket, as the point of incidence lies on x-axis, so its ordinate is 0. And the reflected ray passes through the point Q5, 3. Now, by the principle of reflection, you can write A dash, B, Q are collinear. A dash has coordinates 1, minus 2, B has coordinates A, 0, and Q has coordinates 5, 3. They are collinear. Now using condition of collinearity, we have, remember condition of collinearity is x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2 equals 0. So here we have 1 into 0 minus 3 plus a into x3 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2 minus 2 minus 0 equals 0. This gives minus 3 plus 5a minus 10 equals 0. That implies 5a equals to 13. That gives a equals to 13 by 5. Therefore, point of incidence is B, 13 by 5, 0. Find the coordinate of A, that is point of incidence. Okay. Oh, we have named wrongly. This point was P. This point was A. You have to check what name is given in the question. If it is given, so you have to maintain the names. Next question. Show that the straight line this always pass through a fixed point, irrespective of the values of A and B. Important question. The equation of the given straight line is A plus 2B into x plus a minus 3b into y plus b minus a equals to 0. This is the equation of the given straight line. And you are asked to show this straight line always passes through a fixed point, whatever be the values of a and b. Now, take common a. You get x plus y minus 1. Then take common b. You get 2x from here minus 3y from here and plus 1 from here. Okay. Now, let us consider the line x plus y minus 1 equals 0, number 1. Now let this be 1, this be number 2, and 2x minus 3y plus 1 equals 0. This is number 2. Let us solve these two equations. Multiply 2 by 3. You get 3x plus 3y equals 3. Multiply 3 by 1. That is remains unchanged. 2x minus 3y equals to minus 1. Just add them. You get 5x equals to 2. That is x equals to 2 by 5. Now just put the value of x here. You get y equals to 1 minus 2 by 5. That is 3 by 5. So we get point of intersection of the line 2 and 3 is 2 by 5, 3 by 5. So as the point 2 by 5, 3 by 5 is point of intersection of 2 and 3, so it lies on this line as well as on this line. So it satisfies this equation as well as this equation. So if we substitute here x equals 2 by 5, y equals 3 by 5, then individually this vanishes as well as this vanishes. So irrespective of the values of a and b, this will become a into 0 plus b into 0. It always vanishes. So we can say for all real values of a and b, straight line 1 always passes through the point two by 5, 3 by 5. They have asked this. Next question. Find the coordinates of that point on the line this which is nearest to the origin. These are our coordinate axes. The equation of the given line is 3x minus 4y equals to 25. If we shift it to the intercept form, we get x equals to 25 by 3, y by minus 25 by 4 equals to 1. 8 and 1 by 3, suppose here 25 by 4, 6.25, so let this point be here. So your straight line is this. This is the line this. 3x minus 4y equals to 25. They have asked to find a point on this line which is nearest to the origin. So you know from geometric theorem, the nearest point will be the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the origin to this line. If you consider this m, then you are asked to find n. How can I find this? Just find the equation of the line OM which passes through origin and perpendicular to the line. For this, let us shift this to the slope intercept form. We get from this 4y equals to 3x minus 25. That is y equals to 3 by 4 into x minus 25 by 4. So slope of this line is 3 by 4. Therefore, slope of OM, which is perpendicular to the given line, is minus 4 by 3. Therefore, equation to the line OM will be point slope form. This is 0, 0 and its slope you have found minus 4 by 3. So equation will be y minus 0 by x minus 0 equals to minus 4 by 3. So you get y equals to minus 4x by 3. Say this is number 1, this is number 2. You obtain equation of this line as y equals to minus 4x by 3. Now if you solve these two equations, you get n. So solving equations 1 and 2 we get. Just substitute y here. 3x minus 4 into minus 4x by 3 is equals to 25. This gives 3x plus 16x by 3 equals to 25. Multiply both sides by 3. 9x plus 16x equals to 75. That implies 25 equals to 75. That implies x equals to 3. Therefore, y equals to, put here minus 4 by 3 into 3, that is minus 4. Therefore, coordinates of m are 3, minus 4. So, you have got the answer. M 3, minus 4 is the required point on the given line which is nearest to the origin. Okay. Next question. Find the equations of the perpendicular bisector of the sides AB and the equations of the perpendicular bisector of the sides AB and AC of triangle ABC are this. If the point A is this, find the equation to the side BC. Suppose this is our triangle ABC. You are given equation to the perpendicular bisectors of the sides AB and AC. Suppose this is perpendicular bisector of this is perpendicular bisector of this. These are all straight lines. Perpendicular bisector, perpendicular bisector. Equation of this bisector be x minus y plus 5 equals 0. Equation of this bisector be x plus 2y equals 0. You are given the coordinates of the vertex A as 1, minus 2. And you are asked to find equation to the side BC. You have to find equation to this side. Okay. Now, first find equation to line AB. How can we find this? This bisector is x minus y plus 5 equals 0. So you can write it as y equals to x plus 5. that is y equals to 1 into x plus 5. So slope of this bisector is 1. So slope of AB will be slope of AB, which is perpendicular to the bisector x minus y plus 5 equals 0 is minus 1. Now, as AB passes through the point capital A 1 comma minus 2, so equation of AB will be y plus 2 by x minus 1 equals to minus 1. That equals y equals to minus x plus 1 minus 2. So this becomes minus x minus 1. This is equation to AB. This is equation to AB. Just write it here. Equation to AB we have found y equals to minus x minus 1. Now if we solve these two lines, this and this, then we get this point, say D. Solving y equals to minus x minus 1 and x minus y plus 5 equals 0, we get x minus x minus 1 plus 5 equals 0, 2x plus 6 equals 0, so x equals to minus 3. Then y equals to, put here minus of minus 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1, that is 2. So we get coordinates of D as minus 3 comma 2. Minus 3 comma 2. In similar way, here the equation of this bisector is x plus 2y equals 0. So you get y equals to minus half x. Y equals to minus half x. So slope of AC will be slope of AC is 2 because it is perpendicular to the bisector. Equation to AC will be y plus 2 by x minus 1 is equals to 2. 2x minus 2 equals to y plus 2, that is 2x minus y. 2x minus 2 equals to y plus 2. 2x minus y equals to 4. This is equation to AC. We get equation to AC as 2x minus y equals to 4. Now just solve them. We will get coordinates of the point E. So to get the point of intersection E, let us solve the equations. X plus 2y equals 0 and 2x minus y equals to 4. For this, just substitute x equals minus 2y here. 2 into minus 2y minus y equals to 4. You get minus 5y equals to 4. So y equals to minus 4 by 5. Therefore, x equals to minus 2y. So minus 2 into minus 4 by 5. You get x equals to 8 by 5. So coordinates of point E. This becomes 8 by 5 comma minus 4 by 5. Now let us find coordinates of the point B. For this, let coordinate of B be alpha comma beta. Then midpoint of AB is D, so you can write alpha plus 1 by 2 comma beta minus 2 whole by 2. This equals to coordinate of B, which is minus 3 comma 2. So you get alpha equals to minus 6 minus 1 7, beta equals to 4 plus 2 6. So you get ultimately coordinate of B as minus 7 comma 6. Now find slope of D. Slope of D, this will be minus 4 by 5 minus 2 by 8 by 5 plus 3. Multiply both by 5, minus 14, 15, 23, minus 14 by 23. This is slope of BC, slope of D. So as D parallel to BC by geometric theorem we know, so we can write equation of BC as equation of BC is y minus 6 by x plus 7 is equals to this slope minus 14 by 23. So you get 23y minus 138 minus 14x minus 98. 14x plus 23y equals to 40. 14x plus 23y equals to 40. This is the equation to the side BC. Equation to the side BC is this. 14x plus 23y equals to 40. Our next question is the coordinates of the ends of one diagonal of a rectangle at this. If its other diagonal be parallel to x-axis, then find the coordinates of its ends. Suppose we have the rectangle this. Coordinates of the ends of one diagonal. So A is say 6 comma 1, C is say 12 comma 9. This is one diagonal, this is other diagonal. You are given that other diagonal parallel to x-axis. Here it is given that BD is parallel to x-axis. Now find midpoint of AC. Say this is E. Coordinates of midpoint of AC is capital E. This will be 6 plus 12 whole by 2 comma 1 plus 9 whole by 2. So this becomes actually 9 comma 5. E becomes 9 comma 5. Now look, diagonal BD is parallel to x-axis and it passes through 9 comma 5. You know when a line is parallel to x-axis, then its ordinate remains fixed. So equation to DB will be y equals to 5. Okay? When a straight line passes through 9 comma 5 and it is parallel to x-axis, so its ordinate should be 5 everywhere. So its equation will be y equals to 5. Now we can consider coordinate of D as a comma 5. Why? Because its ordinate is 5 fixed. Abscissa may be any real number, so we take a comma 5. Now let us find length of diagonal AC. Length of diagonal AC will be 12 minus 6 square 9 minus 1, 8 square, that is 10 units. Now, ED is actually half of BD. Length of diagonals of rectangle are equal, so half of BD will be half of AC. So 5 units. So you get length of ED as 5 units. Now you have considered D as a comma 5. So now you can write root over of a minus 9 whole square, 5 minus 5 whole square is equals to 5. That implies you get mod of a minus 9 equals to 5. That gives a minus 9 equals to plus minus 5. That gives a equals to 9 plus minus 5, 14 or 4. So you get the other ends as 14 comma 5 and 4 comma 5. 14 comma 5 and 4 comma 5. These are the other ends of the rectangle. Our next question is the equation of the hypotenuse of an isosceles right angle triangle is this, and the coordinates of its opposite vertex are this. Find the equation of the other two sides of the triangle. Suppose this is our isosceles right triangle, CABC. This is pi by 2 and each of the angle is pi by 4 because these two sides are equal. You know the equation of the hypotenuse, which is given to be x plus y equals to minus 1. And you know the opposite vertex, that is B. B is 2 comma 3, and you are asked to find the equation to the other sides of the triangle, that is you are asked to find equation to AB and BC. Now look, equation of any line through 2 comma 3, equation of any line through 2 comma 3 can be taken as y minus 3 by x minus 2 equals to m. M represents slope, which is a parameter, because m can take any value, because you have written it is any line passing through 2 comma 3 can be written as this. Now if we consider this line as AB or BC, then the angle between these two lines is pi by 4. Write its slope. Its slope is y equals to minus 1 into x minus 1. Now write slope of the hypotenuse x plus y equals to minus 1, that is y equals to minus 1 into x minus 1 is minus 1. Now write, if we consider this as 1, if we consider straight line 1 as AB or BC, then angle between them is pi by 4. Then we have tan of pi by 4 is equals to mod of m, its slope is m and its slope is minus 1. M minus minus 1, 1 plus m into minus 1, mod slope. Because of formula tan theta equals to mod of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. Now I am erasing this part. 10 pi by 4 is 1. Here you get mod of m plus 1 by 1 minus m. You can write it as m minus 1 because you have modulus sign here. So you get m plus 1 by m minus 1 equals to plus minus 1. Now consider first time plus sign, then minus sign. You get two equations. That implies m plus 1 by m minus 1 equals to plus 1 and m plus 1 by m minus 1 equals to minus 1. From this you get m plus 1 equals to m minus 1. From this you get m is undefined. Undefined means the line is parallel to y-axis, and from this part you get m plus 1 equals to minus m plus 1, that is 2m equals 0, that is m equals to 0. M equals 0 means the line is parallel to x-axis. So one line which passes to 2, 3 is parallel to y-axis. Another line is passing to the point 2, 3 and parallel to x-axis. So the equations will be, if this is parallel to y-axis, then its equation will be x equals to 2, and if this line BC which is parallel to x-axis, then its equation will be y equals to 3. These are the equations of the sides, x equals 2 and y equals to 3. Okay. So let us end today's class here. In our next class we will solve more problems. Okay. Till then, goodbye.